Our next speaker, this guy's awesome. He is an international speaker and business consultant. He's actually spends part of the time in Venezuela, and if you guys know anything about Venezuela, you know about some political things that are going on over there. He still finds a way to coach businesses over there, and he also spends part of his time here in the United States. He's a best-selling author, international speaker, and he has devoted many years to the study of how motivation and attitude affect the performances of businesses and teams. Again, he's spoken all over the world with folks like Steve Forbes and other inspirational business leaders. He's an economist with an MBA, holds 2 master degrees in leadership and management. Again, great friend of mine. Please give it up for Mr. Luis Vicente Garcia.
Thanks. How are you? We've had one of the most wonderful afternoons we've ever had, right? We've spoken about journeys and adventures, systems and processes. Probably you're thinking now, should I get a job or should I be an entrepreneur? One of the things that drives us every single day is that we are changing the world. So how many of you here today would like to do something like that? Before I continue, raise your hand if you think that change has a negative implication. That's interesting, right? Now please raise your hand if you think that change has positive and everlasting impact. One of the things that happens is that people look at change as something very negative, disrupting, terrible, and it's associated with words like turbulence, insecurity, uncertainty. Most of the people fear change. You know why? Because it requires more work, more effort, and more thinking. However, change can also be something very good. Because with a little bit of change in everything, we can transform, innovate, create. And something very important is that we can develop new things. So it's either up to us whether we think that change is something good or something bad. If you think that change is negative, or actually if it's something that can positively affect the lives of people and many other businesses. As Greg said, I come from Venezuela, which is a country which is going through a lot of turbulence. Many countries in today's world are going through a lot of turbulence, political, economic, or social. When that happens, many people start looking for opportunities in other places, but also they start looking for a better future in other countries. How many of you, of your parents or your grandfathers, came from other countries? This is how the world was created. People moving to other countries in order to create a better future for them, for their families. When we understand that, and we are here about talking about education, talking about knowledge, wisdom, and creating the new economic models for the future, we have to think if we want to be that value entrepreneur. Because a value entrepreneur is the one that focuses on what we have to do. Because we know where we want to go, but we need to understand where we are today. Once we do that, we need to focus on how we're going to achieve it. I've been a professional since, well, almost 30 years ago. I worked in the corporate finance for large multinational corporations. I managed teams in many countries. I did work with different teams and different people that we did from capital market issues to purchases, large equipment, to dealings with even the United States Department of Commerce. But there's one important thing. You need to understand that your teams are really important, that your teams are something that you have to take care of, nurture, and let them grow. Because it's by empowering others that we help, that we let them grow. And here you are today learning to be what? A change factor. Because a change factor is somebody that inspires and motivates others, that leads people with knowledge. And you all have heard Dr. Cobain said that the leaders of today needs to be transformational leaders. We also need to understand how the new business is going to take place, because you are going to be the creators of the new Apples, the new Amazons, or probably the new social media that we will use in a few years from now, right? So once you understand that, you have to focus on 4 basic things. First of all, excellence, and we have heard about it, becoming excellent. Second, performing at the peak performance level, be that transformational change factor. And actually, what we want to create is a worldwide mindset revolution. Because what we need to change is our minds. We need to change the people that are behind everything, from schools, to universities, to governments, to business. And if you are going to take the business side and the approach to go and create your business and understand that by building your businesses is how you create new jobs and new ideas and the new products, you really understand that you can be that successful change factor. So what I encourage all of you to do is to understand that change is here to stay with us. That change is actually something that we need to take care of because it's something that will allow us to create, to change, to innovate, and actually to look for the better world that we all want to achieve. Thank you very much.